Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for today's reading from the Song of God. It's Monday, the 24th of August. Where have I been for the last few days is just reassessing after 2.5 months of content creation and feeling really compelled to deliver the messages and the light knowledge from this book. I've realized that it's extremely important just to regulate my own integration of this knowledge and to be very sure that when I come into this presence with you, that I am in this being state of complete openness, and for myself to surrender into this frequency to elevate our vibrations together into a higher vibrational frequency of love, but more so authenticity. I've got to be quite accepting of where I am in my own journey. It's not always something that I will share with you, but in the context of all of the things that are going on in the world today, it's impressed that we talk. And I heard this saying, nothing in nature is a straight line or has straight lines. And I'm being challenged by this theory, because if that is so, why are we always expected to be so accurate? And I don't think all of us have this perfect vision or wish to be perfect, but it is certainly driven into us at a very young age to be right, to do good, to have everything as per the textbook. And we're realizing that the truth that we grew up with is no longer a part of this reality that we're being forced to accept. So regardless, nothing has happened in a straight line. I feel like we're constantly going around in circles, but also in doing that, we're all jumping into different timelines. This last week has been heart-wrenching for me because there have been things that I've had to accept and let go of. And I don't want to bring that sadness into this realm of consciousness with you, because in this conscious experience, we don't need to have these low vibrational emotions. And if we can understand that those low vibes are attached to body and mind and 3D reality and the matrix and the simulation, we can already take responsibility for releasing those things back into the ether, back into the omnipresent space as part of the soul experience. But if we don't unburden ourselves from these critical issues that are not from source, that are not from spirit, we're not going to be making space for the light knowledge that is needed to bring us into this presence with God, Source Spirit, so that we can ascend consciously. So we were brought up under strict rules in schools with teachers that were marking everything that we did. I remember myself, I was not an academic student. I struggled so much with business economics and accounting. And I probably should have been placed in an environment that was going to be a lot more conducive to creating. I feel like I'm going full circle now, having come out of a career in public relations, my time during lockdown as an activist, as a founder of a non-profit organization that was doing dog rescue work, youth mentorship, and I did so much. After registering a PTY company to support the non-profit organization with public relations, I find myself at the precipice I'm at the top of the mountain overlooking this massive big picture, looking at how the rich, how people who are supposedly, have it all, ones we would aspire to be one day. I think those goals are changing, or they should. Our expectations of what we think we can do is, it's really not fair on the psyche. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I had to just switch off the camera quickly to go and get a tissue. So when I'm speaking to you through this heart space, I am channeling from Spirit these messages, but I'm not necessarily cognitive about everything that I'm saying, because it's not me, it's not this body. It is a vibration that I have to restfully and peacefully and calmly come into, and yes, what's happening around us is also not always conducive for that. So when I am in the state of being and I'm overflowing with love and an intention for you to feel peaceful in this space of love with me, I have little tears, my eyes get blurry from the tears, sometimes my nose will run a little bit, and it's just confirming that I am empathic, I am compassionate. I want this space that we're creating together to be one where you can just be with yourself. I've got some beautiful chimes here in the background that are also just creating some ambiance for us. But you need to do that for yourself. You need to romance yourself and create a space that is conducive for your healing. And even if I can't be here every day with you, go back to when I was in Dharamshala a couple of months ago and go and see the beautiful magical messages that came through from the readings then. And I've also decided I won't pressure to read every day from the book. I will perhaps present short snippets of paragraphs that resonated with me, and if any messages come through from those, I will share them with you. But please take a few deep breaths before I read today's reading. Ground into this presence with me, declaring that we are sovereign and of righteous authority. May these words rest gently on your heart space. Thou art the Father of this world, moving and unmoving. Thou art to be adored by this world. Though the greatest Guru, for none there exists who is equal to thee, how can there be then another superior to thee in the three worlds, O being of unequaled power? Therefore, bowing down, prostrating my body, I crave thy forgiveness, O adorable Lord. As a father forgives his son, a friend his friend, a lover his beloved, even so shouldst thou forgive me, O God. The rapid descent to human consciousness is evident in these two verses. From the vision of the all, Arjuna's focus narrows first to the immeasurable one. Then the world seems to be apart from the Lord who is considered its father. He then recedes further as the worshipful one. Then further still, he is just the Ishvara, a special soul, the Guru of all. Lastly, the Lord is brought to the level at which he could be compared and contrasted with the many things that exist in the three worlds, seen once again as distinct entities. Arjuna returns to body consciousness. Though he continues to implore forgiveness, one notices the unmistakable symptoms of realization of the glory of God, receding further from his consciousness. Strangely enough, he betrays the trend towards the very inner attitude which he condemned a few minutes ago. Once again, he assumes an air of intimacy with the Lord, a father. son relationship, a lover-beloved relationship. Once again, he takes the privilege of regarding him as a friend. Though he is still dazed by the vision and knows he is addressing God, the transition to the earth consciousness is clearly evident. Strange indeed are God's ways, and the power of his Maya, which is delusion. He alone veils. He alone unveils the truth. Inscrutable are his ways. Let us ever have our face turned towards him, even if we thus see only his back. Let us persist. Soon his face will be visible to us, though that will be when he wills it. Why should we worry, as long as our face is turned towards him? There was another message coming through, and I've spoken before about the gates of the face and how all these gates, this beautiful picture, is controlling all the senses, what we smell, hear, touch, taste. Our face is like a vacuum. Think about this analogy the next time that you are meditating, and consider all the ways that the senses are controlling and manipulating the information that is moving to the mind, and how if we can withdraw our senses, we can attune our consciousness to the real, which is the more natural aspects of the self from within. We have to be very careful of this hypothetical, new age, futuristic, dystopian idea of being zombies, because our intelligence and our soul connection to spirit is being stripped away slowly by AI. And there are controversial talks happening about this. So we do know where we are on the precipice of these decisions that we have to make about where we are going to focus our energy and what we are going to allow to guide us forward. If we are going to entrust in this super artificial intelligence, we need to overcome our own desperate pleas for more information and tap into soul and spirit, into the source of where this information is coming from, so that we can get into this God-conscious state of being, to be better than the technology that is feeding us rubbish. Otherwise, we don't look after what is on the inside, and we allow everything external to us to distort the human vessel. We give in. We are tempted. We don't adapt to change now. We follow the herds and the crowds into the bars and the nightclubs, looking for validation, and literally turning our bodies into hollow, distorted, zombie-like vessels. This is my truest expression of faith, coming here as often as I can to share this critical message with you, because we can do this together just by setting an intention. And if there are any low vibrational entities attached to you, your psyche, the things around you, people, family, pray. Speak it out. We have to speak a new world into existence. And it's not frivolous to say that it's all about love, when the essence of our true being is the omnipresent nature of God. It's more than a word. It's a being and a doing of the highest of the highest. More expansive and more infinite than you can ever imagine. And if I don't meet you in this realm one day, perhaps I will meet you when we enter into this source together. Because there is one thing that is for certain, right? There will be a day when this vessel is no longer here on this earthly plane. And we will be in a new life together. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I believe that finding the right guide, tuning in, and making these readings part of a daily practice will help you with your change and transformation in whatever aspect you're applying these messages and insight into your life. I do hope to see you soon. Please give me a thumbs up and share these readings with anyone you think will resonate with them. I'm sending you so much love. The divine in me honors the divine in you. Namaste. God bless.